Hey guys, stop, block, frame. Let's talk about distance control and understanding how to keep people away from us.
Stop.
Okay. Woo, very good. So, we call this our stop, block, frame. Now, we have 3 different pieces to this technique. The first one is stop. And what we're thinking about here is that we literally want to make ourselves heard. So, before we jump into this, let's look at a little drill. We call this the 2 arms length drill. If mom sticks her hand out in front of her and keeps her arms straight, this is her arm's length. My arm's length is relatively the same. If we are 2 arms lengths away from each other, nothing can really happen. I can't really hit her, she can't hit me. That's about it. However, if she sticks up her hand and I am only 1 arm's length away, now she can hit me, I can hit her, and the fight has begun. So we want to make sure that we're trying at all costs to maintain that 2 arms length rule. So here's a helpful little drill that we can do with this. I want you to get into kind of like a fighting position. So you're going to have your left foot in front and your hands are up. You're going to take your left hand and place it out in front of you, almost with your fingertips touching. Now, the objective here is to be able to move with your partner while maintaining your 2 arms distance rule. So let's say if mom were to move towards me, I should move an equal distance backwards. If I were to step around in a circle, she would step in the other direction. If I were to move towards her, she will step an equal distance backwards. So this is our 2 arms length drill. This is an excellent key component to understand when we're talking about distance management. Now, think of yourself as having a bubble around you, right? Kind of like your safety bubble. If ever somebody enters into that bubble, we always want to make ourselves heard. And we're literally going to talk. We're going to talk to this person who enters into our bubble, and we're going to get our hands up, ready for that 2 arms distance rule. So, my hands are up, and this person has entered into my bubble. What can we say? How about something like this? Stop, back up. Just make yourself heard. The worst case scenario is that this person literally just wanted to ask you for directions, or they were just lost, they didn't know where the grocery store was, and you just look a little bit weird. But the best case scenario is that maybe this person really wanted to do something, and you just stopped an attack from occurring. If other people can hear that you are talking to this person in a serious manner, then they can also come in and help if need be. Now, let's take a look at the next level of this. We're going to block. So what this means is the person heard our words and they didn't follow. They're going to continue to move in towards us, entering deeper into the bubble. I'm going to block their shoulders with my hands. Now, we've already talked a little bit about push base, so that's what we're going to create. My feet go nice and wide. As they move towards me, my hands go onto the shoulders, and I'm pushing myself towards them. It's totally fine for me to continue to talk to them. You need to back up. Maybe from here, if I feel so inclined, I can give them a little push and come back out to my 2 arms length. Now, the last piece of this would be the frame. And this is sort of where they are aggressively moving in as fast as they can, and you feel like they might try and grab you. We've talked about frames. We talked about them in our Guard Get Up series. Well, let's take a look at a new frame that we're going to be using today. This is one of the most powerful frames we have. So as we continue to move in, I'm going to be taking my forearm, and I'm going to be placing it right into the neck. Now, this is fine, but even still, this isn't quite very strong, right? If she just continues to move in, she'll bend my arm. So what I want to do instead is I'm actually going to use my other hand as backup for that arm. I'm going to take my other hand, and I'm going to place it on the back of my wrist, and I'm just going to get all 5 of my fingers on top. You can see all 5 fingers. Don't grab it, place your hand on top. So again, we're here. I'm still in my push base, so I still have my feet wide, and I'm still leaning towards them. This is our frame. It's going to be very difficult for them to continue to move towards me because they're actually going to be kind of choking themselves. My forearm is going to be digging right into their neck. It's going to be very uncomfortable. Now we have one more piece that we need to look at here, and that's what to do if they start to move around us. Let's say we're blocking the shoulders. So my hands are on their shoulders here, and I'm in my push base. Understanding that we can keep them in one place is really easy, right? If mom tries to move in towards me, she's just running straight towards me, it's going to be very easy for me to stop them. However, if they start to move around us, if I don't make a fine adjustment, now they're to my side, and if they push me, I lose my balance. So the adjustment that we need to make is that we need to be able to move wherever they move. Think of it like you always want to make a straight line with them. So let's say we're both here. She's pushing into me. As she starts to move sideways, I also move sideways the same distance. A common mistake is that people get carried away with this and they move faster or slower than the attacker is. If I move faster, as she starts to move, now I'm running behind her. If I move slower, now she's running behind me. Both of those are no good because we always want to make sure that our base is facing the attacker. So, a good way to practice this is get your block motion and have your partner move around you a little bit. Just kind of stay stuck with them. Wherever they move, I'm going to follow. Now, as you can already guess, the exact same thing can move over to our frame. If I have the frame in, wherever they move, go ahead and move that one. Wherever they move, I will move with them. Okay? We just want to make sure that we're always staying in that straight line. Make sure, keep that frame nice and gentle. We don't want to hurt our partner. And this is the stop, block, and frame.